Now we'll take a closer look on how we can change some attributes of our geometries here, because now what we are seeing in this setup is all the buildings that are selected has this heights 5.15 meters, for instance, or I don't know, like 3.4998 or something, a building as such. And when you select this building, you can always see its height on set position and its original height in which, or the volume height or location of it on the z coordinates. Okay, so what, in order to make a change, you can click on edit base to make changes, and you can select this and then delete this building. You see there's no building as such, so you can delete this, and then you can say fail to save your last edit, refresh. So I can say okay to this, and then probably okay, now let's edit, and then let's delete this and say done. Now we deleted it. And if I switch back this to map and satellite again, I have what I have. And obviously you see, like what I've done is I've changed some building heights here based on the information that I'm receiving on Google Earth. Because if you take a closer look at, for instance, this building now has 10 floors. However, it doesn't have 10 floors. It's supposed to have something between like 8 to 10, but let's say 10, okay? And if we come to Google Earth, we can say we can zoom into this location, and if I hover over a guy here, and then if I take a closer look at the buildings that we are seeing here, you see all the buildings that we see on this location has like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 floors. So what we can say here is we can select all this. Maybe we can turn off the roads, and we can say, okay, I just want to select all this buildings, not you, not you, and edit make base to change and say 8 for all this. Okay, and come over here, select this all and make them 8. Okay, and these 3, it's mixed, but we can say 8. Okay, and so on and so forth. And we can do the same thing for this like particular road or location here, and these can be 10. You can check this all into your models by checking into or looking into your models. But since, let's say, my location of the project is going to be somewhere here, I'll be only focusing on this shoreline, and then I can delete the rest. So what I can do here is I can select these buildings, and I can add floors, like let's say 7 to this. Okay, and then I can add more floors, and again like 7 to this. Oops, not this one, sorry, it's not like that. So I unfortunately make the wrong move there. I need to add floors, so it's now 7. Okay, you can select this all, add floors, and 7. I can do the same for this, not you, this, and maybe like all this as 7, hopefully. Okay, and maybe switch this to, oops, again like maybe selecting this all and add floors 7. So I'm just preparing this for my next studies, and this is going to be 7 as well, or this line is going to be 7 as well. And the amongst the interiors, we can say these are 7 already. They're not you. can I unselect this? Or I just select this, starting from scratch maybe, and add floors in 7, add floors to this and 7 as well. And like all the other interiors alongside with these guys that we see here are having like 5 floors each. So this, you know why this has caused? This is being caused by the data that we are fetching from. So in this case, in other words, when we are taking all this data from OpenStreetMap, is basically giving us some information related to the building heights. But if they don't have the precise building heights, they just put a default value there. And one thing, we can increase this, obviously height of this one as well. Like let's say, obviously this is not a single massing, but I'm not sure. Let's say 30 meters for this. That's too much. 20 meters maybe. And what we can also do is we can maybe just move this a bit. So select this and move this a bit. If you select the build, oops, not on the Z direction, sorry. If you select the building, and if you just by pressing left mouse button of your mouse, you can locate it. You see, it looks like this, and you can locate it as this one. And obviously you can come here and then rotate this on this axis to make sure it's like, you can put an angle, or you can have this kind of snaps here as well. And that's pretty much what you can do here. And what else you can do, you can easily say, okay, select this, and into the area matrix, it's in the buildings. And what we can say here, not be changing this, area matrix, settings, functions, and residential. Can I have this to residential? I don't think I can. Maybe I can, but let's check this for a second. How can I do that? Selecting this and edit this. Not adding the floors, however, floor plan, function unspecified. I can put it into residential, or I can put it into culture, because this is a culture. And the GFA factor, we can leave it as it is. Metric type factor GFA is fine, and create a metric as culture. Functions, create a new function. Oh, sorry, I'm creating a new function, culture here. I'm sorry. The color is going to be this pink, and then put it into here. Functions, it's going to be culture. And I'll be coming to function and put it into culture. And by the way, there is another building here, which we have a cultural building, this one. I can say, take this for the floors and the culture as well. It's going to be like 5 height as well. And this is a stadium as well. So one thing we can do here, we can just model this stadium as a massing. So we can create a basic building here, 2 buildings. For that, we can come over to here and then say this is going to be here as a massing, and putting here and finishing it. And it's going to be 45 meters, let's say. And you see, it has a lot of floor plates, which we don't need. 0, 1 is okay, and we can put 40 here, 45 here, right? And we can do the same. We can delete these 2 here. We don't have small buildings as such here. We can draw another basic building within a function. That's fine. The height of it is going to be 45 meters, and enter it. And again, like, we don't need a floor plate as such, so we will have one, and yeah, 45 to this. And like, we can obviously we can play around with it, but I'm just showing you as how we can do these kind of things. And that is pretty much it for this video. In the next one, I'll be showing you how we define our space or working space, project site and zones, etc., etc. So I'll see you in the next one.